In this video, I'll demonstrate how to create an Oracle Linux virtual machine instance on Microsoft Azure. I'm signed into the Azure portal. I'm viewing the home page, which provides a virtual machines button. Click this button to create an Oracle Linux VM, which is the focus of this video. Click Create and a drop-down menu appears. For this demonstration, I'll select Azure Virtual Machine. The Create a Virtual Machine page appears. With the Basics tab selected, you are prompted for subscription. Click the Info button to show all resources in an Azure subscription are billed together. Ensure the correct subscription is selected. You are prompted for Resource Group. Click the Info button to show a resource group is a collection of resources that share the same lifecycle, permissions, and policies. You can select an existing resource group, create a new one, or one will be created automatically for you when you enter the virtual machine name. Under Instance Details, I'll enter a virtual machine name, and you'll see that the new resource group is automatically created. I'll take the defaults for region, availability options, zone options, and availability zone. Each of these have an info button you can click for more information, but discussing these options is beyond the scope of this video. For security type, I'm going to change the default and select Standard for this demonstration. For image, I want to choose Oracle Linux as the base operating system for this virtual machine. I'm going to click See All Images, which takes me to the Marketplace page. From here, I'll search for Oracle Linux. Several Oracle Linux options appear, including Oracle Database, but I want to click Select under the Oracle Linux offered by Oracle America, Inc. Here you see several Oracle Linux image options, from Oracle Linux 6 to Oracle Linux 9, x64, ARM64, Gen 1, Gen 2. Generation 2 VMs use the UEFI-based boot architecture rather than the BIOS-based architecture used by Gen 1 VMs. There's a link for more information about Gen 1 and Gen 2 images shown on the screen and also included in the video description. I'll select Oracle Linux 9.4, LVM, x64, Gen 2 image. VM architecture is x64 for this demonstration. Run with Azure Spot Discount and Enable Hibernation options are beyond the scope of this video. For size, I'll click See All Sizes, which takes me to the Select the VM Size page. There are many options, which again is beyond the scope of this video, but I'll just scroll to the right and select the cheapest option and click Select. Under Administrator Account, you can select SSH public key or password. With SSH public key selected, you can enter username, which is the administration username for the VM. For SSH public key source, you can generate a new key pair or use an existing key or provide a key pair name. I'll select password just to show you that you are now prompted to provide a username, password, and confirm password. For this demonstration, I'll select SSH public key and take the defaults. I need to remember the username, Azure user in this case, and the key pair name, demo_key, which will be used when connecting to the VM. For inbound port rules, I'll just take the defaults for this demonstration. You can view other tabs, disk, networking, management, etc. But additional modifications to the VM creation are beyond the scope of this video. I do want to click Monitoring, and under Diagnostics, I'm going to change Boot Diagnostics to Enable with Custom Storage Account. Setting the boot diagnostics keeps all logs in that account, and you can use the serial console for diagnostic purposes if something goes wrong. Selecting this option creates a new diagnostics storage account. Now I'll click the Review plus Create button at the bottom of the page. I get the Create a Virtual Machine page after validation passed. Now I'll click the Create button to continue. Because I chose to generate a new key pair, I get the option to download private key and create resource. Click the option to download. Make sure that you know where the .pem file was downloaded. You will need the path to this file to log into the VM. You'll then see deployment is in progress and changes to your deployment is complete. I'm going to click Go to Resource, and I can see all of the details, including the IP address, which I'll need to log into the VM. To log in, I'm going to open a Get Bash window, and first I need to change the permissions on the private key file. I'll run the command chmod 400 downloads/demo_key.pem. Now I'll log in by running the command ssh-i downloads/demo_key.pem Azure user at. Then I'll copy the IP address from the resource page to my command line and press enter. Now I'm logged in. I'll run the command hostnamectl to see the OS version, which is Oracle Linux 9.4, and other information about the VM. I'll log off, and the last step is to delete the VM. When no longer needed, you can delete the resource group, virtual machine, and all related resources. On the overview page for the VM, click the resource group link. At the top of the page for the resource group, select Delete Resource Group. The page will open warning you that you are about to delete resources. Type or copy and paste the name of the resource group and click Delete to finish deleting the resources and the resource group. Click Delete again to confirm. This concludes this video. Thank you for watching.